Nah, we here to watch North Royalton and our boy Jed, and they fresh off that vacation down in Florida. They looking tan like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and they came back to play Nordonia. I don't know who Nordonia has. I don't know nothing about Nordonia. I don't even know if they have a Chipotle in Nordonia, but I know they got a gym, and we came to watch some basketball. And that's all I got for you. Hey, downtown, do your dance, do your dance. Hey, I got my old school jig with it. Come on, baby. Hey.
Go ahead, go ahead. There you go.
That boy Jed.
He got it. He was making plays. Made some plays.
He was making plays,
but
we mad at him because we know he ain't been doing his mobility, and that's why his ankle hurt.
No, he got a little limp to his walk.
Yeah, he got a little limp, and it's not because he a pimp from Mississippi. It's because he ain't been doing his mobility. He been slacking. But here go the thing. Nordonia tried to run that 1-2-2 press, and then North Royalton just slowly figured out how to pick it apart. And then they started hitting shots and going on the run.
The subbing for Nordonia was the only thing. Once they kept that first lineup in, you can kind of tell it was going their way. As soon as they kind of changed out 2 or 3 people here and there. The kid I like that I'm watching for the rest of the game, definitely Aiden Fernandez. Yeah.
Number one. They just took him out the game.
Number one. Probably one of the smoothest mid-range pull-ups I've seen on high school in a long time.
And he was scoring, and they just pulled him out.
Pulled him out the game as soon as he got hot.
They ain't even passing the ball. But let's see how this second quarter goes. North Royalton, for a second before they made the substitution, it looked like they were just about to keep going on the gas, and it was about to be like a 40-point game.
Yeah, it was a 7. A couple of the start guards, they got in foul trouble, so they did shift a couple things around. Sean Bunsey, number 21, he's been really holding it all together. Obviously, Zed coming down, making the right reads. Got about 3 assists in this quarter, like 3 assists and a half, 9 points. They moving the ball around. Like the difference between this no rotate and the no rotate we've seen like the first couple times is like only Zed had a role when this started.
Yes.
Now everybody is finding their role. Everybody is doing what they have to do. They had a couple hiccups against like with their press breakers, switched some stuff around. They figured out who was handling the ball, took Zed off of the ball. They finally know how to get him to rock without having to force the issue. Now he's not getting doubled as much, and they spread the points across for everybody. So.
Exactly, and when he can get into that one-on-one matchup, like we said, we know what he can do because he works out with it, so we prepare him for situations like this. But it's right now, it's that second half of the season after that Christmas break time, so now everybody is starting to get comfortable. They 10, 11 games into the varsity season. Matter of fact, his team went down to Florida over Christmas break, and they got to play some teams from out of state and stuff. So I think that whole experience right there was good for them. They get to play, different teams that they don't know, different looks, more physical, could be faster, athletic, whatever. You get a different look. Guys go down there, have fun, they gel, they get to be teammates, and then all that comes back and translates to the second half of the season being on the court. I think these trips are great. As you see, they got kind of like an all even scoring going right now.
And even when they had those lapses, especially to start the game off that way, to have those lapses with turnovers and missed shots, not getting the ball past half court, like a lot of teams tend to give up on each other. And you got a player like Zed, 1,000-point scorer, 20 points a night, can do everything on the floor, score at 3 levels, whatever he needs to do. And I think prior in the season, he might have just taken that ball and been like, you know what, clear it out, let me go from here. But they stuck together. You can see on the bench, they were still up, never felt like they were out of it because, I mean, they started the game off about down 7 points. So, you know,
and they were
right
fine.
back. And now they about to open this game. In my opinion, they're going to open this game up. It's a couple things Nordonia can do to kind of counteract that, but it's going to depend on that halftime speech.
Turnbull, number 3, and Fernandez, number 1, they have to be more aggressive. The team looks, I mean, the team's not necessarily looking at them, but they have to be more aggressive and get stuff going. When you got 2 guards that are that quick, I want to see you control the pace of the game and control the team. Like, especially like all the stuff we've been saying about No-Roll right now. Like, Jed has been playing varsity for 4 years. He's a leader. Like you say, they're a complete team now. Everybody's boxing out. They're breaking press calm. Like they were down and it looked like they were up. If you watch the first couple minutes of that game when they were down, you would think they were up by their pace and how in control they were. And that's veteran leadership trickling down to everybody else. Telling me like when you playing with a superstar, like you playing with Steph Curry or LeBron or Kawhi, you really worried about what's gonna happen in the game. No, you're gonna be able to play your game.
Yeah, crazy part is No-Roll is known for closing games out too. This is the best first half we've seen them play.
Yes.
And they really did not even play. Like, this is the best they could have played. Like I said, they came out the gate kind of slow start.
Yeah.
Second half is when they usually like,
they go.
I know his halftime speech is amazing because they always come in, they can be down 10. Same as the Stowe game.
Second half and they elevate
so
their
now it's just going to be maintaining that, always being that second half team that they have been. Like, this is how
I think Royalton is to the point now where they figured out they got this on lock. They playing like
they coasting.
They coasting and they're ready to get out of here. You can just tell by the expression. And then Nordonia just looks like they can't really do anything. They just go in these spurts where they're too like jittery. Now Turnbull and Fernandez have all the points, so it's like I said, without them 2 scoring, it doesn't look like they can do it.
Yeah, and that's the give and take with subbing, 5 in, 5 out, 4 in, 1 out, things like that. The thing is, everybody's not going to be on the same level, so you're going to keep changing out these lineups. You're not going to have ball handlers. You're not going to have these lineups that are as consistent. You're not going to have as many ball handlers you do with your starting lineup and stuff like that. So they had these lapses where they go on a run, take 5 people out, all of a sudden that run has completely been erased. So it's 4th quarter. Let's see where we get from here.
Let's get it.
Step up.
North Royalton got it done. Like we said, they were coasting the whole time.
Kind of come in from that, that second half, like you said, the second half of the season, those first couple games, you do get a little slump. You've been on vacation, you got all your Christmas presents, drunk all your eggnog or whatever kids drink these days. But games like this, you do have to put it away early. You did mention that in the first half, where it's like, look, if you try to coast through, this is honestly, they flipped it around. The best first half game we've seen No-Roll play and the worst second half game we've seen No-Roll play. Yeah. So I am excited to see them just put two of those good halves together, because tournament time come around, you're going to be playing teams that can shoot the ball, that are not taking that press off, that have that solid 7 to 8 man rotation. As a team, you can see the point distribution. I'm looking at the board right now, 9, 11, 8, 17, 9. Like, they got it from all sides, from everybody. So at least everybody has their role figured out. So this is a team that, they're going to hit their stride at the right point in the season, and I think they're going to be real dangerous. You got to look out for them.
They want to win conference, and even though we took our 2-week hiatus, they did just play on Friday against Brecksville, so we missed a rivalry game. It was at No-Roll. They ended up losing a close one, and that's where Jed tweaked his ankle, but they were juiced up from that. Like, they're trying to prove that they can win this conference too, so they got to go back. That game is going to be good. That next one is at Brecksville. We're going to be there for that rivalry game. They got to win that game and get this conference tied back up, because it looks like those two are the top teams in the conference. Brecksville's at number 1 now because they put away No-Roll. No-Roll could tie that thing up and they could split conference, which I think this team is capable of doing.
I mean, it is two of the most complete teams, like especially in the Suburban League. Like, they fun to watch as a whole. They're always in games. Even when they're not in games, that they're working their way back into games. And, Brecksville is, at this point, I think we could call them a powerhouse. They are solid. Like,
yes,
top to bottom, tippy to the toe. They are solid. But the way No-Roll is looking every week, they look better every week. They have players that look better every week. And you have that person that if everything else breaks down, he is going to put that thing in the basket.
Yes, and that confidence every game.
You need it. You need it. It is hard to find players that are willing to take those shots.
Yes.
Not only take those shots, but make those shots and be consistent with it and get it done day in and day out. So, I mean, Zed is obviously one of the most fun players that I've gotten to watch. So I'm glad you introduced me to his game, because
telling you, he's special. We're gonna figure out what college he goes to. I'm thinking right now, since it's late, something could always happen, but a lot of teams gonna be upset that he was right in the backyard and they didn't pick up on that. Like, he's a complete player, and I'm not just saying that because we work with him. I'm saying from his work ethic to what he does on the court, because it translates, and just his whole overall flow of the game. Like, he's controlling the game like a veteran. Like, this is a game where normally kids try to go in there and get 50 points.
But especially when you see the camera in there.
He's already scored his 1,000 points. He knows that the most important thing to do is get this team together to win the game. So he's out there facilitating, trying to get them to run plays right, or just build IQ, because he knows come that second time around playing Brecksville, he wants to beat them, and then come tournament time, he wants to make a push past some of these big teams and get his name out there. Yeah. And that's the way you do it. You do it by winning games. The more games you win, the deeper that you push for the playoffs, the more eyes that are on you.
Yeah. Because big shout out to Sean Duffy. He showed me something super different. That number 21, he had some go. This was a side of him I never seen. He was acting real unusual on the floor today. I seen him do a ball fake, got somebody in the air, go behind the back, breaking presses by himself. As soon as they realized that was going to be the primary ball handler to maneuver every press and defense that they were going to see, everything came together.
But the throw throughs,
the push through was. He did a lot of things that I didn't know he was capable of doing. Like, big shout out to Sean. Man.
Sean, we know what kind of bag you in. That Louis duffel bag.
I hate it here.
We love it here. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Finding Wolves, AP, EO, Chad, Danny, Coach Lovett, Primeletics. We out.